My family actually started looking into tattoos and wanting to get some, so I went to my first appointment with them just to watch because I was into art at the time and I was 15. So since I was 15, I've known I wanted to do this.
I got an email from one of her professors a long time ago asking if I would be interested in taking on an intern, and that they had somebody who was really interested in our shop and explained the program at Hanover and how all that worked. And then that later on, that followed up with a small interview where Maya came up to the shop and introduced herself.
I'm actually a tattoo assistant here as well, so I'm doing the apprenticeship and then I work for two of the artists, and I answer their emails and book their clients and such. So those are a lot of questions that I get for them. It regards that style, it regards like how long it'll take, how much it'll cost, and that is all dependent on how long they can sit, what kind of a skin type they have, if their pigment can take certain colors.
Having a background, especially in art education, definitely helps in this industry. Also, just learning structure.
Aside from that, it's just a constant curiosity of what you can learn next when you have so many tools and resources available to you, and it's only within your time at Hanover. But I wanted a more personal connection where I could learn art from one person, not like a student teacher, or I'd have to teach myself. And then I also wanted some business background to help me get into this industry in a professional manner and kind of the right way.
20 years ago, tattooing was very different. But it also wasn't as successful as it is now, because we didn't have people that were as business savvy running their businesses and doing things like that. But now that we have education and knowledge about that stuff, it has become more successful. It's become something that you can retire at 50, 60 years old.
So drawing was helpful for proportions, but illustration is really what I'm interested in. It's a lot of graphic, linear things, and that is pretty much where you start in tattooing. You start with line work, you start with your color.
It wasn't until I saw her artwork that I really thought that there was potential there.
The show that I had at Petty and Fish Gallery was meant to be a combination of what I've learned at Hanover so far and my early on apprenticeship, where I'm learning styles and how to do line work efficiently. The theme of it was all tattoo based. I've only learned, I think, 6 or 7 styles of tattooing so far, and there are so many more that I'm excited to learn about. But I did some new school tattoos, American traditional, neo-traditional, and some traditional Japanese work. And I just had those basic foundations that I then created more pieces that were inspired by the things I learned during my apprenticeship and then the skills I learned from Hanover, and put them all into one room.
I don't apprentice someone unless I feel like the industry would be losing something without having them be a part of it.
So I really want to respect the process and the people that want and give me time to learn. So I feel like that is just me paying my dues to them when they give me time to watch them tattoo or teach me all the styles that I wouldn't know. Because of course you can look on social media and learn things, but it's just not the same in-person experience. So the apprenticeship, I'm still in the very early stages of just, again, learning the styles. I probably won't even learn about machines until way after graduation.
I think the thing that stood out to me the most was how polite and how professional she can be, but also she can still be silly and funny and cut up, which is really necessary in this business, to have a sense of humor.